How do we define success? Yes, bonjour mga kabini-bini, this is your Sari-Sari Chikitora, Bini-Bini friends, and yes, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so what are we going to talk about for today's video is that it is not about just talking about something else that is just, rampant things or anything that goes under the sun. But somehow I am here to be with you because sometimes you always think about how am I going to be successful in life? How do we define success? How do I define success? How do you define success? So that's always the questions that we're always thinking about. So anyway, mga kabini-bini, so what are we going to do is that, well, I am going to read to you what are the things that I have found out with the help of the Gemini. So I have here my Gemini. So I asked the question is that how do we define success? What exactly is success to you? Well, if you're going to ask me what is success for me, well, first of all, I would say that when I was a kid, I always think, for me, success defines on getting rich. It's about money. It's about getting a good life because that is what we're always thinking about. Well, that would always depend and defines you as a person because it depends on what is your environment all about, like how were you brought up by your family, how you brought up by your parents. So basically, at this time that with my age that around 40s, of course, success for me is different. I have done that. I have been striving a lot. But of course, what defines for me as a person for my success is, getting life into the fullest despite of struggles, despite of differences, despite of challenges in life. So for me, success for now is like thriving hard, continue life, because for me, la vie est belle, as we call it in French, or we say it, life is beautiful. So anyway, with regards of how do we define success through Gemini, so I am going to read it here. It says that success is one of the most hijacked words in the human language. So there are three things. There are the big three, which is, which are the power, prestige, and possession. So what are we going to do right now is that we are going to read what is the first one. What is the first definition of success? And it says that success is about the internal, or what we call the peace of mind. So this is the most sustainable form of success. It's measured by how you feel when no one is watching. Well, yes, it's really true. Well, we always think about, of course, we're always dreaming of going to school, finish school, what is after studies. Am I going to find a job? Am I, am I getting through my life that I really wanted to have? Am I just, doing things that is right for me for now? So we're always thinking about that. So, but what about you? So it so happened that, of course, when we go to bed, well, it says here in the sleep test, okay, in the sleep test, which is about the peace of mind definition of success through Gemini, is that it asks, it's asking you can you go to sleep without racing heart or a guilty conscience? Well, definitely. Well, it's really true that most of the people are, well, sad to say that some of the people, they become successful because they step down, they stoop down someone's level, they stoop down to someone's integrity, they stoop down to someone's credibility. Well, basically, but for me, it's not really good. But one thing for me that, as it says through the Gemini, is that, of course, when you think that you're successful, is that you can sleep well. And is that what you're having right now? Do you sleep well when you go to bed? Like thinking about that, of getting where you are right now. It's just because that you have done so hard. You work so hard. You earn that opportunity in your life. So basically, that's one thing that is very important. And of course, yes, as I have said and I have mentioned a while ago, it's also about the integrity, of course. So how do you think about that? Who actually you are. So that's one thing which is the most important thing. And of course, like, how do you think about yourself? Who are you? So if you think that you can just you can walk with chin up, you can just be yourself. You can say hello to all the people around you with no guilt in your heart. So I think that's a success. Wow, that is through the Gemini. Okay, the one thing that I've also asked, as it's mentioned here, is that how do we define success is also about the external definition, and that is impact and freedom. So how do we say that? Well, while money isn't everything, it provides the utility of a success. So yeah, as I have mentioned a while ago, when I was a kid, I always thinking about to become successful in life. We always think about money. We always think about how to get life from poverty. How do we tend to do things without hurting others, to be on the top, to be something out there, just to step on another stairs. Life is struggling, but how do we define that external feeling, the impact and freedom? So it says here that it's the time sovereignty. So the ability to say no to things you don't want to do and yes to what matters. So yeah, well, it's true. Time sovereignty. So there are things that you say, okay, I'm going to do it because it will make me successful. Or there are things that, no, I'm not going to do it. Though for me, I think, or I believe that I'm going to be successful, but well, yes, definitely I wouldn't do it because I will, it's not good for my conscience. It's not good to others. It's not good to the norms of the society, I would say. So yeah, as it says, there are things that you need to say no, and there are things that you need to say yes. And that is important. And it says here that knowing that your work or presence made someone else's life 1% easier and better. Yeah, true. The contribution. How do you contribute your life to others? How do we define ourselves to be with others? And of course, the financial safety. We always think about that financial safety. The financial safety is really important for some people. That not necessarily being rich, but sometimes, at least you earn enough, or you earn just something that, you think that you can survive for a month. Yeah, how do we say that? Am I okay because I am getting enough per month from my salary, or I'm successful with the job that I have because I earn much and I can buy things that I want, or I need more. I need more because I dream more. I need more because I want more. It's about what is important for you to be able to see yourself at the pace that you are right now, the pace where you are right now, or in the pace of the future of thinking about what is going to happen with my life, what is going to happen with my family, what is going to happen to someone that I love, in the future. So yeah, true. So success has so many words to tell. Success has many definitions, I would say. Now, let's go to what we call the third one, and that is the relationship, your legacy. Okay, from the Gemini, it says here that the legacy or the definition of relationship. So, what is success? Success is often measured by the quality of the people who show up for you when you have nothing to offer them. Yeah, it's true. So, I think it is one of the cliche that we say that you know who your friends are whenever you think that you are nothing or you have nothing, or something that you could say you will know who your friends are when you are down, when you have problems. So I think I mean, for relationship, I would say for me, I chose my friends. Of course, that's another topic that we're going to talk about to my next video. But for me, having my family with me, the relationship I'm having with my family is very important. And for me, that is success. Because, of course, whenever you are, in the pace of your life that you think, especially for me, I am far away from them. I am here in France and my family is in the Philippines. I would say that, of course, life could be somehow difficult at times, knowing that life could be so boring for me. Sometimes I miss being with them. I miss talking with them. I miss hugging with them. I miss just simple things of I want to eat with them. Yeah, you talk with them, but it's different. So yeah. Am I successful for that? I believe I'm not successful for that because I am far away from them. But am I successful having a good family with me? I would say yes, I am successful for that. So I would say that, what about you? Do you think you have that, relationship that you think you could say, I am successful from this. I am successful having a family. I am successful having my friends with me, or or anything else with someone else. And of course, one thing that we always think about is the toxic environment. Yeah, as it says here, like the ones we discuss at work. So what is your thinking about your relationship at work? So success is not just about the family, but also at work. So most likely in my case, I would say, yeah, somehow it's difficult to work with different people, different personality, different age, different nationalities, but different education. I would say it's very hard. But I think one thing that you have to instill in your mind is that you know your core, you know who you are, you know who you are exactly, you know who is you, that is the most important thing. So for me, I believe that there are some people who believes in me. I have my husband with me who believes in me. I have my husband. I have my friends who knows me best. I have my family who knows who I am exactly. So I think one thing that we need to consider in life is that let that toxicity away from us and let that success and happiness and positivity near to us. And I think that is one of the most important thing in life for now. So, well, now I'm going to ask you, what about your achievement? Do you think that success is really about achievement, or success is about something that you are dreaming about? Well, through Gemini, as I have said, success here is often confused with achievement, because sometimes they say that, yes, as I have mentioned a while ago, that achievement for me is something that, purchasing the dream that I want, the goal that I and more of material things. And most of the people, I would say that for them, having, well, let's say luxurious things will make them happy, and that will make them feel that they are successful. I should say, yeah, of course, because they earn a lot. So, but we have to go back from the first thing is that, do they have the conscience that they get that success from clean, from clean living or from different ways? You know what I mean? So that's exactly what, for me, I believe that achievement as a word for success might sometimes confuse to some other people, because for me, what is the most important thing of that achievement that we are always looking forward is here in our heart, and I think that is the most important thing. I believe so. And of course, it says here, success is liking yourself while you're doing it. So success is getting what you want, happiness is wanting what you get, and that is the most important thing. So for me, what I have learned for this conversation, for me, success is something that we always wanted to have in life since we were kids, since we were young, since we are just dreaming, since we are aiming, since we are trying to reach the star, to reach that ultimate, let's say, rainbow that we're always thinking about. We want to see different colors in life. We always wanted to share things with friends, with family, with ourselves. So, for me, I'm going to ask you, what do you think is the definition of success? Do you think that success means material things, or success means something which is in your heart and in your mind? So I do hope that you can comment down there below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I would love to do this type of videos, having conversation with you, talking about life, because as I always say, la vie est belle, so life is beautiful. So I am Habibini, so I do hope that you like my simple video today, and I hope that you can suggest what kind of topics that you would talk with me. So I am Habibini, please. Once again, this is your Sari Sari Chikadora, Bini France, signing off. Ciao. Have a great day, everyone.